Jed then, Declan Wallace, Robert Hogg, Chris Gillen, Donald Grieve, Michael Weekly, Sean Goodfellow and Craig Cowan. So Cowan comes in. Of course, Gregor Young on the bench now for Jed-Forest with Michael Brennan and Rory Marshall, and Melrose going with Joe Helps, Andrew Nagle, Tom Wilson, Allan Dodds, Richard Mill, Andrew Skeen and Callum Anderson. Let's rock and roll then. It's the final game of the Kings of the Sevens 2014, and this final is underway, and already from the 22 Jed are on the attack. Andrew Nagle trying to get that ball back, of course up against his former club. Sean Goodfellow fighting for the ball, but it's Joe Helps who comes up with it, but the referee saying that was knocked on. It will be a scrum down. It will be a Jed-Forest put in on the Melrose 22. Sean Goodfellow on the ball for Jed, feeds it out to Chris Gillen. Gillen has to watch he doesn't get isolated here, which he has a wee bit, but Jed do enough to get that ball back. In fact, it's turnover ball, and it was taken on there. Melrose going to be in for the first try, and it's Andrew Skeen into the left-hand corner. It was turnover ball. Allan Dodds with the turnover on the 22. He fed it off to Andrew Skeen, and Skeen goes into the left-hand corner, and for his troubles, he got shoved into the sideboards, advertising boards, and that did look a bit of a sore one there, and hopefully he is going to be okay, but he gave that board an almighty thump.
Sean Goodfellow came in a little bit late and shoved Andrew Skeen into the boarding, which is not very clever sportsmanship, but I don't like to see that on the rugby field after the ball's been touched down.
So Andrew Skeen with the restart, a high kick-off, well marshalled by Michael Weekly. Breaks as he's known, takes the ball. Sean Goodfellow picks it up on the 22. It comes out to Craig Cowan. Cowan then, he's on his own 22 at the moment. Oh, he's popped that. That's forward from Jed. Really, you can't afford to do that in a final, so it's going to be a scrum down Melrose ball. It's going to be Tom Wilson to get the ball in for Melrose. Ball scoots out and back, but Sean Goodfellow putting pressure, but great hands now from Andrew Skeen. Skeen tackled by Declan Wallace. Jed trying to get the hands back on that ball, but it's Tom Wilson who comes out with it. Andrew Nagle gives it out to Joe Helps on the 22. Helps in, cuts inside, looks for the offload. Good take by Nagle. He needs another offload. The ball bounces, comes off the boot there. Oh, is that gone forward? No, says the referee. Good hands. Jed-Forest having to defend at the moment on their 22 as Andrew Skeen. Allan Dodds gets a thump in the back, but he feeds it out to Andrew Skeen. Skeen then to Callum Anderson. Anderson makes the break, breaks a tackle, and he's through. Great try from Callum Anderson. That was just sheer determination from the Melrose winger. Powerful running, and then he goes for the second try. It's Melrose 10, it's Jed-Forest 0.
Yeah, good determined running there from Callum Anderson. You thought Declan Wallace had a hold of him and didn't have to stop him, and he just kept it big. He's got a big high knee lift and good leg drive and pulled away and got in for the second try.
Yeah, incredible try. So, Melrose looking good at the moment. 4.5 minutes gone in this final. Conversion goes over, so Melrose building up a bit of a lead. It's a bit like role reversal from last season's final. Ball in 10 metres inside the Jed half. Melrose 12, Jed-Forest now. Ball comes out to Robert Hogg. Hogg then looking for a gap, feeds it inside to Craig Cowan, who gets it out wide now to Chris Gillen. Gillen then on the ball, just looking for it. Oh, he tried to go down Callum Anderson, he can't, and it's bounced into Callum Anderson's hands, who steals it out to Richard Mill. Mill to Nagle. Nagle along the line to Wilson. Play 10 metres inside the Jed half, and Tom Wilson kicks through. He might get the bounce of the ball here. He hacks it forward, and Tom Wilson, Allison, who's pick it up, and touchdown! It's another try for Melrose. It's Melrose 17, it's Jed-Forest 0.
Yeah, Tom Wilson spotted that there was no super back for Jed there. Sean Goodfellow was up in the line defending, and clever little grubber kick through and got the bounce, hacked forward, and he got to the bounce of the ball and touched it down before it went dead, and yeah, it just pulls Melrose away. Another score.
Melrose 19, Jed-Forest 0. Ball comes in, it's a steal from Jed this time. Declan Wallace on the ball. Wallace up the stand side, he cuts inside. Nagle comes in with the tackle. Wallace just throws the ball back, picked up by Sean Goodfellow, flicks it away, taken on by Breeks. That's Michael Weekly, comes out then to Craig Cowan. Cowan on the halfway line. Cowan just showing the ball to Robert Hogg, but Cowan going in on his own at the moment, going the long way round. Rory Marshall going in front of him, and Cowan just trying to break away. They're trying to do too much there, I think. He's been caught 12 metres inside the Melrose half, but it's Jed on the attack. Robert Hogg now on the ball. Hogg then looking for the long pass out, gives it out to Michael Weekly. Weekly 10 metres inside the Melrose half. He's got Declan Wallace with him, runs in to Richard Mill. He's on the 22 metre line. The ball is there, the ball flicked back, picked up by Sean Goodfellow. Back to Grieve, we're going into injury time. shortly in the first half. Melrose 19, Jed 0. It's Rory Marshall on the ball for Jed, and Rory Marshall again trying to go around his man, kind of half trip there. Callum Anderson all over him, and he just tackles him just outside the Melrose 22. Owens, I'll tell you what, smashing through there. Penalty coming to Jed-Forest, but Rory Marshall playing the advantage at the moment. Ball's picked up then by Sean Goodfellow. Goodfellow trying to find a gap, picked up by Declan Wallace. Wallace has it for Jed-Forest. Melrose 19, Jed-Forest 0. Wallace on the ball for Jed, back to Sean Goodfellow, back along the line, 10 metres inside the Melrose after Robert Hogg, and Hogg finds half a gap just about through, offloads it back through the wall, picked up then by Sean Goodfellow. We're into injury time in the first half, and it's Sean Goodfellow on the ball for Jed-Forest, but it's Melrose 19, it's Jed 0, and it's going to be Craig Cowan's just trying to find a gap there, he can't get through. The ball's there, it's picked up then by Grieve, back along to Rory Marshall, to Goodfellow, play now on the halfway line, comes out to Hogg, out to Declan Wallace. Wallace has got Michael Weekly on his outside, but it's Declan Wallace now just running in to Andrew Nagle. Bid hits coming in, but Wallace does well. Ball's coming back on the Jed side, good work by Robert Hogg. Andrew Skeen chasing it in here as the ball, is it going to find touch? It does go into touch, and the referee will blow for half time. Jed kind of fought their way back into that second half off the first half, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they definitely did. In the last 2 minutes they pretty much held all possession, and they'll be a wee disappointed they didn't get someone out that half.
Here we go then, 10 minutes to go. Melrose to kick off. It's the Kings of the Sevens up against, well, the team that want to win their own tournament, Jed-Forest. So Melrose 19, Jed 0. Second half underway then, and the ball with Jed at the moment picked up along the line. And that was Goodfellow just feeding along the line now to Robert Hogg. Robert Hogg then outside his own 22, looking for the offload, couldn't get the ball away. He does now to Goodfellow, out to Craig Cowan. Cowan then up to the halfway line. Oh, he tried the inside pass there, didn't work, and here come Melrose now. Tom Wilson on the ball on the halfway, comes out to Andrew Skeen. Skeen then looking for runners. Skeen looking for the option, he's got it now in Richard Mill. Richard Mill just hanging on the ball at the moment, back to Tom Wilson. It's a dummy pass, and it's going to be Tom Richard Mill. Oh, that was a bit of a late one, but it's Callum Anderson going in as Declan Wallace takes him down. That was a bit naughty on Richard Mill, to be honest. And in fact, the referee penalising Melrose for holding back there. So it's a throw into Jed on the halfway, taken by Grieve, back to Goodfellow, comes out then to Gregor Young. Gregor Young to Robert Hogg. Hogg then trying to burst through the middle of the park, tackled by Andrew Nagle. Ball comes into Craig Cowan. Cowan on the ball for Jed, back inside to Declan Wallace. Wallace breaks the tackle, offloads it to Cowan. Cowan then on his own at the moment, trying to go round Lewis Mallon. Ball comes in, it's cut back inside. Good pick up by Robert Hogg, and Robert Hogg now on the ball into Sean Goodfellow. Goodfellow looking for the offload into Gregor Young. Gregor Young didn't see Callum Anderson there, but still driving forward here. Gregor Young for Jed, back out to Grieve. Grieve then out to Hogg, come out to Rory Marshall. Marshall picks up, he could be in the left corner, and he is. It's touchdown for Jed-Forest. They dismay have kept their final alive. It's Melrose 19, it's Jed-Forest 5.
Yeah, Jed had to get that next try on the board, and they've certainly done that. It's obviously it's out wide on the left hand side, so it's a tough conversion attempt for Sean Goodfellow, but 19-5, it's a 2-try ball game. They're right back in it.
Jed then with the restart. Sean Goodfellow on the ball for Jed-Forest. 19 points to 5, Melrose lead in this final. It's a deep kick from Goodfellow. Marshall by Tom Wilson, comes out to Callum Anderson. Anderson inside his own 22 for Melrose, back to Tom Wilson. Wilson then kicks ahead over the head of Rory Marshall, and Tom Wilson is chasing on to it. He does well, but he's knocked it on there, Tom Wilson. Picked up then by Rory Marshall. Marshall on his own at the moment, looking for the offload, and that's a great follow-up from Tom Wilson and Rory Marshall. The referee playing the advantage at the moment. So play then with Gregor Young. Gregor Young just about up to the halfway, gets the offload to Robert Hogg. Hogg then gives it out to Donald Grieve. Grieve on the halfway, not the best of passes, picked up then by Sean Goodfellow. 10 metres inside the Jed half. Melrose 19, Jed 5. It's Michael Brennan on the ball, just about half away there, comes back along the line, taken by Robert Hogg, comes out then to Craig Cowan. Cowan back inside to Sean Goodfellow. Goodfellow back inside, picked up by Craig Cowan. Cowan on the halfway line. Melrose 19, Jed 5. Craig Cowan then with the offload. Oh, Michael Brennan couldn't hold on the ball and knocked it forward, and here come Melrose, and it's Richard Mill down the stand side. He's been chased, and Richard Mill, he's got a man on the outside, but Richard Mill, great run from the Melrose player, and he goes the left hand corner. Fantastic stuff. Or is it? In fact, no, there's a foot in touch. I'll tell you what, Sean Goodfellow has done brilliantly well there to just get his man into touch.
Yeah, you just thought Millsy had done enough there to get in the corner, but great work and great attitude from Sean Goodfellow. He wasn't going to let Millsy get in the corner there, and he got over there, got enough contact on Richard Mill and forced him into touch. So just reward there for Sean Goodfellow's great defence.
Ball's there just inside the Melrose half, picked up by Rory Marshall, got that try, comes out to Michael Brennan, then he's got gas, he's gone round Calma, Anderson, he just got him by the scruff, the tail of the jersey there, and that was good work by Calma Anderson. He knew he'd gone round him with the legs, but Anderson just put the hand out and just managed to grab onto his jersey, and that's what they always say, tuck your jersey in when you're playing rugby. And there's a bit of fisticuffs going on in the halfway line at the moment. Nagel getting involved, of course, up against his fellow Jed men. I think it's Gregor Young that's involved there, or is it? I think it is. Gregor and Andrew Nagel just getting involved. No doubt the verbals will be going. And Gregor Young.
Let's go, ref.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yellow card being shown to Gregor Young. I think for his troubles he's took a loud one as well. Gregor Young. And it's Melrose. Taken up through Joe Helps, comes out to Nagel then along the line to Allan Dodds in trying to break the tackle, feeds it out to Lewis Mallon then back inside to Andrew Nagel trying to go around his man, and Andrew Nagel, he goes round Brennan, nice inside pass to Lewis Mallon, and Mallon should crash over for the try. He does touch down, and that is going to be the trophy for Melrose. It's going to be 8 out of 10 tournament wins. It's Melrose 24, it's Jed-Forest 5.
Yeah, good play there from Allan Dodds, took the kind of half tackle, got it out to Andrew Nagel, and he took on his man, and the inside pass to Lewis Mallon, and Lewis Mallon's a big strong lad, and he wasn't going to be stopped from 5 yards, and yeah, that is the try that takes Melrose out of sight.
Throw in, it's a Jed ball just outside their 22, ball just thrown over the top, but it's picked up by Donald Grieve then going through as Gregor Young comes smashing through. He's got the red mist, I think, Gregor, at the moment, as Rory Marshall now takes it up for Jed. Gives it out to Robert Hogg. Back along the line to Sean Goodfellow. Goodfellow trying to find a gap, and he's through here. Sean Goodfellow, he's up to the halfway line, needs the support. Ball comes in, tackle's coming in from Melrose, but it's picked up by Gregor Young. Comes out to Michael Brennan. Brennan gets it out to Craig Cowan. Cowan then looking for the options. It's Craig Cowan, breaks the tackle, gives it out to Brennan. And Brennan knocks it on. And I think the referee will look at his watch. He has called for full time, and it's Melrose who win yet again on the King's Circuit. Melrose 24, Jed-Forest 5. And I think a nice touch from the Melrose boys there, just grabbing Allan Dodds, knowing that's his last game.
Yeah, that's him done, and obviously it's an end of an era for him, but no, just a great achievement and a great way for him to bow out.
But well done to Melrose, Kings of the Sevens indeed. 8 tournament wins out of 10. They lift the Jed Trophy and the Kings of the Sevens Trophy as well. The final score, Melrose 24, Jed-Forest 5.
Allan, first of all, many congratulations. 88 points in the season. I don't think we'll ever see that beaten.
No, it might happen at some point, but it's an amazing feat from the boys. I mean, there's not many teams will go out and week in, week out back up what they've done the week before as this team has done, and it's testament to the whole squad, the boys that have come in, come out, and Kieran Beattie, our coach, and John obviously as well. They've put so much work into this, and the boys have put so much work into it, especially this end of the season when we were kind of stuttering a bit, but we really got over the line with a bit of hard work and a bit of fight in us.
And the last couple of tournaments, you've been really grinding in, digging deep, and that's the sign of a great team. Yeah,
and we've spoken about that. As I said, we've not been playing brilliantly the last couple of tournaments, especially not in the first few games.
Yeah.
But we've got there, and we've beaten teams, and we've managed to get into the next round. And then when we've got to the semis and the finals, we have really dug deep and put teams away when we've had to. So it's been pretty special.
They've just backed themselves up. There were some sore bodies today, and they deserve everything they've got. I mean, as you say, 80 odd points and 8 tournaments out of 10. I've never heard of that being done. We could be greedy and say we could get 9 or 10, but look, that is a brilliant achievement.
Well, are we going to see that again? I don't think so.
No, well, I mean, it's good to get a shot at all the tournaments. So, they'll be back next year. I'm sure they'll be stronger again. We'll keep most of that team, and who knows what we might add to that. But you can never look back another year. They've got to enjoy this moment now. They've got to look back of it, and they want to give up here. They want to rest on their laurels. I know them well, and they'll come back and they'll want to be better.
Now, of course, this is it from your point of view. Now, I remember, of course, 12 months ago, I said the same to Ross Goodfellow. He was going to finish it, and he's come back again. Is this really it?
Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, I mean, I'm live up in Glasgow, so I've travelled down the road for 5 seasons now, which it's been an absolute pleasure to play for Melrose Rugby Club. Obviously, when the things we've won is absolutely amazing, but it's time to let the young boys have a go, and time to say goodbye to the team and let them get on with things.
So many youngsters coming through as well. We've seen Tommy Wilson, David Colvin coming through, and this young man here as well, Jake, who's featured as well, and he's got a couple of medals to his name too. Who is he? Come on.
Yeah, the young one, Jake. Yeah, and he's been in a few photos as well. He's tactically been very well. He's kept me right when it's. He's looking for changes. He wants his Uncle Ross on the field all the time. So no, it's been really good, and it's all about the players. It's very easy at this time of year to switch off. Kieran's got them in that one night a week lately and just put the shape around it, but the guys have just backed themselves up. Tommy Wilson hurt his ankle on Wednesday night at the Scotland Sevens train. Shouldn't have really played. We had to take him off the first 2 ties, and semi-final, when you get somebody like Aki's with that team, it has to, it either brings you into life or you don't away from it. And I thought they were outstanding against a really good Aki's side, and Jed were brilliant as well in that final on their own. We knew the passion, but just the defence, I think, frustrated Jed. There was no way they were getting through, and we just pounced at the right times. And brilliant to win Jed tournament any time, but to do that and get the Kings of the Sevens with a history is brilliant.
A great domination. I mean, for the whole 10 tournaments to win 8 and get 88 points is just extraordinary.
It is extraordinary, and as I say, it's testament to the boys. They've put so much hard work in, and we're down at training every week and working on the things that haven't gone so well the week before. And there's no other words that can talk about it, because we've really just worked hard and put in the hard work.
And 8 to choose from. What was your favourite?
It's been pretty special. I think here takes a lot of beating, because playing Jed in the final, and they came with so much heart and so much fight in them. But we dug pretty deep into ourselves, and we managed to get over the line. So
we've got to come back stronger. Everybody's going to be gunning for us next year, as always, and we're confident that we can be better. There's always room to improve, and there's a lot of things that we know where we need to get better, and there's some things that we need to make sure that we keep being good at.